All righty. Hello, everyone. We are waiting on a few folks to join us, and we'll get started with some new information for camp for 2022. I have a bunch of stuff I want to talk about, mention briefly, and then we'll take any questions anyone will have. We'll also be broadcasting to our parent association, to our staff and alumni page, and all of our Camps Are Us pages on Facebook, and then recording for later to share with folks who can't get on Facebook and who maybe aren't free around noontime on Fridays. We're just waiting for a few more folks to join us, and then we'll get started. All right. So the first thing I want to talk about today, we had a really great winter pop-up shop. We were selling some Camps Are Us apparel and some accessories and things, and a few folks got in just right around the deadline. So if you made it, great. Congratulations, you got some new crew gear coming to you in a couple of weeks. If you missed it, don't worry, we're going to have another one that'll be up probably middle of March. We'll do a spring line, and we're going to try and do these seasonally with different designs and some fun ideas, just to get everybody in the spirit with some apparel and some things to have. And then we're also adding a year-round shop that'll be up on our new website all year. So we'll have some of the favorite designs from the pop-ups and some other stuff, and then you'll also actually be able to order additional crew gear for the summer from the online shop, which is pretty convenient. If you've been with us before, sometimes our t-shirts sell out very quickly. We're trying to mitigate that a little bit by first having a bigger inventory to start the summer, but also to have on-demand ordering where you can get things online. So that's coming up, and we'll announce that probably again sometime in the spring. We do have a new backpack design this year. We're very excited about it. This is the kind of things we get excited about in the winter time at camp here. So I'll show everyone. We've updated our existing backpacks, the same design. So it's the same. It's got the big compartments. It's got the 2 slots for water bottles over here, but it is in our camp colors, the orange and blue. The design, the logo on the front matches our camp t-shirt, except it says this is my summer camp backpack. Nice space to write your name. And of course, we know we're all from Camps Are Us here. I like the orange straps in particular. So this one's mine, and I'll have it around with me through the summer. And everyone will get one of these this summer. You know, everybody gets a backpack with their camp t-shirt and their water bottle. New feature for this summer is everyone will be getting 2 camp t-shirts to start the summer. All our campers and C2s will start the summer with 2 t-shirts, which is the same thing we do for our staff. So you'll be able to have fewer laundry trips in between field trips, in between days your kids wear the shirts. You'll have 1 extra to start the summer. We've never done 2, so it's really interesting and great. A lot of families, had great feedback for us last summer and said, can we do 2? And we made it happen this year. So we're excited about that too. You may have also seen we've been teasing. We started to tease some activities on social media. We had up our creative director, Cheryl, who, if you don't know, everyone is also my wife, Cheryl. So we're really excited to have her as part of our full year team. Was making GAC, which is Nickelodeon's slime recipe for Nickelodeon Day this summer. It's coming to every campus. We're going to be introducing more teasers and videos and some fun stuff through the spring and early, before the camp season, just to give everybody a taste of what's going on. And you'll also see that on the upcoming camp calendars that are set to be published just about the end of January. We're going to release them hopefully with the launch of the new website, which I mentioned on our last Q&A. The new website's fantastic. We've been building it now. We've so far invested about 50 hours into the website. And we'll probably put another 20 or 30 hours into it. It's a big undertaking, but it's a real step forward from what we currently have. The website, the current iteration of the website's homemade. We did it ourselves. This new one, we've brought in a consultant and a web developer who's really been helping us to take it to the next level, to get all the camp information really out there in a way where it's easy to navigate, easy to find what you're looking for, a little bit more descriptive, a little bit more direct information, very functional website, a lot of access to all the things you need to know, all the things you want to know about camp. So that's coming too with the calendars, and we have a lot of new trips, events, new spins on traditions. My favorite new one is we're combining a lot of the things we do for Pinewood Derby and our go-karting program into something called Speed Week. We got a new Pinewood Derby track this year. I'm very excited about that. With an electronic starter and lights, and it also has an electronic display for the cars when they come down, tell you who won. So it's no longer going to be a counselor sitting at the bottom, as it's been in the past, if anyone knows, just kind of eyeballing who won, but it'll tell you what place he came in. A lot of fun. So we'll be debuting that and at Pinewood Derby this year, and then the whole Speed Week concept is a 2 or 3 day event, big event that involves some really cool stuff, some great programming that's coming out this year. You can learn about a lot of the great stuff if you're new to Camps R Us, or if you've been with us over the past couple of summers but haven't had a chance to visit the campus. We are running virtual and in-person open houses. If you go to campsrus.org/open house, all one word, open house, we started putting up dates and links to the open houses. This weekend we have at Belmore and Syosset in-person open houses, and Baldwin is running a virtual one. So you can still learn all about the program. We're going to get in person at every campus eventually, but certain campuses are still at different levels of their requirements and their guidelines for visiting outside the camp season. So this weekend, Baldwin virtual, Belmore, Syosset in person. Everything's at campsrus.org/open house. I'll throw the link up in here. And so you can take a look. We're going to be adding dates for all our other campuses. I believe I'll have them up today. If you're going virtual, you have to sign up for the Zoom. For signing up and attending the open house, you also get $50 off your camp fees for this summer. And the same thing goes for the in-persons. When you register, when you get there, you'll sign in as you get there. You scan a code at the door, and you'll get $50 off per camper as well. So it's a great little discount. And then one lucky winner from each open house in attendance will have that discount double to $100 per camper. Just as a little thank you, little contest we like to do every once in a while. So check that out. Definitely come to open house if you want to meet the directors, meet some of the staff who will be there, take a quick tour of the campus and ask any questions in person, and really start to get to know your campus staff. It's always great to put faces with names, and we'll also have all their contact information again up on the new site. Each location page has a great layout, so you can really communicate with them, whether it's by phone or text or email. You'll have access there, and we'll continue to push this information through once the new website's up. But for now, it's on the current website with the open houses. Let's see. We are currently hiring. So if anyone on our Q&A today, or anyone or anyone who lives with you or is a friend or family or colleague or would be considering working this summer, we are accepting applications. All right. You can get more information on the current website, campsrus.org/staff. Gives you some background information about what it means to be a staff member with us, what it takes as far as eligibility for the seasonal positions. And it also gives you a link to job opportunities and how to apply. Online applications, really easy, and takes maybe 5 or 10 minutes to complete. Includes all your references, all that kind of stuff. And then the director will contact you to schedule an interview. What's really been great over the past number of summers is we've welcomed a lot of camp parents in as staff members as well. And you get a great opportunity to work at camp and also have your child attend. Most of our senior staff members and all of our directors get great discounts on camp too, so that's something to consider as well. But also, if you know any high school, college students who are looking to start with maybe a more entry-level position, those are available too. So we have a lot of veteran staff coming back. We're trying now to fill in our additional positions. We have a bunch of new positions opening up this summer as well, where we're adding a lot more positions in our programming, our program staff. So you can work within a specific activity, you can work with a specific group or age group, and really, find your place at camp and really kind of write your story and start, a really great opportunity to work in the summer. So Michelle has a question. Do we hire 26-year-olds? Yes, we do. We start hiring at 15. So 15-year-olds, 10th graders start as junior counselors, on up from there through the early college years. 16-year-old. There we go. Yes, we hire 16-year-olds too. So it depends on their experience. 16-year-old kind of crosses the bridge between junior counselor and counselor. Depends on the campus, depends on what their needs are. But certainly we start hiring 15 as junior counselors, 16 and up usually as counselors. And the older you get, you're welcome, Michelle. The older you get, the more advanced position you can take. And there's always places to grow, whether it's into our programming side of things, an activity side of things, or if it's more into a group leader type of thing where you're running an age group, all the way on up through director and, up from there. And I can tell you, I'm one of the folks who's done that, working up from starting as a camper. And then back then we called ourselves CITs, now they're C2s. But that's our counselor and training program. And the only position I ever skipped was junior counselor, because a few years after I became a staff member, the idea for junior counselors popped in my head and we created that position. But our first batch of junior counselors, we still have camp directors who were former junior counselors when they were 15, 16 years old. So it's a great way to start your camp career. If you're going into a field that's a 10-month type of field, an education-based field or a school-based field, camp is a great complement to that career. And can really, bridge the gap between the end of the school year and the start of the next one. It's really fulfilling. The friendships you make, the experiences you have are unlike any other, and the skills you pick up as a camp staff member prepare you really for any field. And it's the real truth. From just your basic communication skills and being able to manage risk and problem solve and think on your feet, and how to develop meaningful relationships with coworkers and colleagues, but also with the people you're taking care of, but also with the parents who you see, for a few minutes each day, and really developing that trust and that ability to, relate to all those kinds of people, different age groups, different backgrounds. It's really fantastic. And we can talk, at length about alumni of ours who've gone into careers, everything from law enforcement to medicine to the sciences to education, of course, which kind of feeds itself, social work, speech and language pathology, things like that. So it's not just a summer job. It's really kind of a coming of age position, and a real great way to spend your summer and really, make a difference and, honestly, change the world every day for the kids we're taking care of, and kind of facilitating, camp for. And it's fantastic. So the summer is not just for the kids, it's for us as staff, and we look forward to it all year. It's really the culmination of our year. And it can be for you too. So we are hiring, and we definitely encourage you to apply, and check it out. And even if you're not completely sure, even come in for an interview, just have a conversation. Always feel free to reach out to us, whether it's through social media or email or on the website, or however. If you have questions, just want to know a little bit more about the positions, and see if it makes sense for you. We are also going to be sending out to our current camp community members, current families who are already registered, and folks who are, from the past couple of summers. We're going to be asking folks, this is again related more to the new website, but we're asking folks who've been with us to leave us Google and Facebook reviews. We send out surveys every year, and we get fantastic feedback. Unfortunately, our website isn't built to pull that information and share it out with new and prospective families. So we're asking folks to do it through Facebook and Google, which are verified reviews and which are kind of maintain community standards for reviews. And they can't be changed once they're written and published. So we're going to be sending out the links for those. I'll post them on the socials, and then I'll also send out an email and a companion post if you still have the app available that runs through the year. So you can always access that too. And we'd really appreciate anyone to go on and just leave a quick review of their experience at camp. That's going to be shared out publicly on the new site. it's going to help us to drive more folks to finding Camps R Us. One of the things we always hear, and it's so interesting because we are one of, if not the largest private day camp on Long Island with our 11 campuses and all our campers and staff. But a lot of folks say, I've never heard of Camps R Us. What's it all about? And, we're trying to spread the word and organically grow through our current families. And we appreciate everyone who's done this for us to this point and who write up great reviews and who share things on socials. Or if a mom asks a question on a mom's group, they jump in and recommend us. And it's really wonderful and really, warms our hearts when people say things, without being asked or without any hesitation, that they feel that confident in us to share it out and recommend us to someone else. That's how we grow our community. That's how we make camp bigger and better. There are a lot of wonderful things coming this year. And we are going to be sharing out more specific things. I know I've been vague last week and this week a little bit. We're still working to finalize some things before we share, but we are going to be releasing a ton of information in the coming weeks and months. It's pretty fantastic. If anyone has any questions, please pop them in the comments. We're going to hang out for a few more minutes and see if we have any questions come through. While we're waiting, I am going to put up here our review link for Facebook, and then I'll also put it up for Google. What's great is if you click on this link, you'll be able to view the current reviews, and you can also write a new one. With Google and with Facebook, we have both our main page, which is kind of Camps R Us, the organization, and then we have each individual campus with their own page. You can write a review anywhere you like. Our new website pulls from everywhere, whether it's Google or any of the location pages, or if it's Facebook and any of the location pages. So you don't always have to do it on the exact page. You don't always have to do it exactly where you're looking for camp. It can be on the main page, or it can be on one of our location pages. So let's get up this here. We're going to copy that. Alrighty. This is a longer one. So Google does it through their location and maps area. So that's the map location for our main office. So I don't see any comments coming through. Looks like a pretty quiet Friday. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, staying warm in this cold weather, and feeling well and healthy. I hope if anyone's got COVID, your symptoms are mild, and I hope everything goes well for you. We'll be talking more about health and wellness and stuff like that in upcoming chats and releasing more information as we receive it. But for now, I'm going to sign off and say have a happy weekend, and I'll see you next week. Thanks so much.